this? Like, do I just have to play that in the background, or?
Yep, you would just play that in the background. So, hello everybody. We're just doing a test show here. Oh, Dwayne's computer crapped
We
out, but
lost
we're just doing a
Dwayne.
test show. Yeah, I know, right? Don't you love it? It's always fun.
Hey, he's back.
Welcome
we're
back.
live.
We are live, my friend.
Ah,
Welcome.
Yes,
So-
yes, we actually made it.
We did make it. So you'll see as people start to come in, you'll be able to see them. They'll leave comments as they come in. So we'll see.
Okay.
And so this is basically how you'll start your show.
yeah. Once you start the show, like one of our
And you can put comments on the screen. So when you go over to comments, I can do that.
Oh, okay.
so you're
So then
using
everybody can see.
right. So you're using a touchscreen device. You would touch the comment
Yeah.
over in the comment section, and it pulls up. To take it down is to do the same thing.
Yep.
You touch that comment you highlighted.
Yep. You touch it again, it goes away. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're doing a test show for one of our new shows we have here on the Freedom Revolution Network. We have one of our new hosts with us in the middle here. You know Dwayne. You know me. So welcome.
Sorry, I'm also setting up this at the same time.
Oh, no, you're fine. Set up whatever you need to. So welcome, everybody. Leave some comments. If you guys have something to say hello, say welcome. We're going to be on Tuesday with Freaksition 2020 with the Freak Child Experience. So make sure
Freak Child.
we'll be doing Freaksition with the Freak Child Experience. So make sure you guys check us out there. I believe we are linked on freedomrevolutionnetwork.com to over there on the Freak Child Experience. So it's called Freaksition 2020. And I, Scarlet Anonymous, as well as Tim, will be on the panel. So it should be a good time. Were you going to be on the panel, Dwayne?
I don't know.
Okay.
I might. I don't know.
Did you talk to Mike?
I'm about to text him here in a minute.
Yeah, talk to Mike and see if he wants you to come on. So we'll see. So Freak Child Experience, Freaksition 2020, join us there. We'll have all of your election coverage, whichever way it goes. Because we have a few issues, so just keep that in mind. And we'll be talking about those. Maybe I'll come back on a little bit and talk about some of the things that we're going to be preparing for in the next couple days. So
I was about to say here later. I plan on coming on here for a little bit if you wanted to come on with me.
Okay.
yeah, I will do that. I will do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out all of this.
It gets easier. It's always hard the first time that you do it, and it does get easier over time.
The first show that I ever did, it was complicated for me because we were using a whole different software.
Oh yeah, we were using like the Zoom software back then. So it
trying to download that on my computer, trying to get the email, trying to get the login, trying to learn how to set it up. But the one thing I love about the StreamYards is it's so much more simple.
Yeah, it's a lot simpler.
Right. It seems.
It's a lot more simple.
Honestly. I've used a couple of different streaming websites on. There we go. And this one honestly seems the simplest. The one I had on my computer was
OBS.
Something.
Yep. The only reason why we don't use OBS is because we just found with multiple hosts and all of their different computers, we had an issue. Some computers just would not accept the OBS, others would. Sometimes you couldn't make things go live. And then people who had mobile, it was hard to get them to be able to do the show on mobile, for our phone only hosts, because we try not to discriminate with whatever technology you have. We want to make sure you can do a show. So that was one of the reasons why we ended up choosing this, is just because for everybody, the ease of use, it seems to work with everybody's devices, and you can use it mobile or with the computer. So that was one of the biggest draws for us personally.
Right, and it honestly, I was able to hop over uh, my this, rather quickly,
Right.
and
Absolutely.
I'm I'm trying to set all of this crap up.
No, it's good. No, you're good. You're absolutely good. We're just using this space right now to just kind of show you what it's like to be on live, what it's going to look like, how people are going to come in, if someone comments, where it shows up, and just all that good fun stuff. So that's just kind of where we're at.
Right. I think Dwayne fell out.
Yeah, Dwayne's just sitting in the background, you said.
Oh.
This is computers being rude.
He's typing into his internet's being retarded.
Yeah, I figured that's what the issue was. So
I haven't used this Dell tablet of mine in forever, and it's got to set up everything again.
No, it happens. I get it. Well, what are you saying? Dwayne, are you saying something? Oh yeah, wonky. I get it.
Back here.
I'm so glad I got this new heater.
Sorry guys, my internet's being wacky as shit.
Oh, hey.
Now, what part of the country do you live in, Dwayne?
I live in Ohio.
Oh God.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
I'm sorry. Ohio is boring as shit.
It is.
Boring as shit.
Poor Dwayne. He knows it too. That's why he's like crying.
no, it's not it's not a boring state. This is the predator state.
That is true. Largest
what?
predator state. Ohio's known for the largest sex trafficking in the country. In the highest.
One of the biggest areas for sex trafficking in my state is Belden Village, which is only 23 minutes away from me.
Yep.
On an average, over 50 kids.
Dude.
Son of a bitch.
Scarlett dropped a cigarette.
You're not.
No, I
not
didn't.
supposed
Cherry fell in my pants and started burning me, man. It was real.
I would say something, but never mind.
No,
Dwayne knows that yell. Dwayne knows that yell too. He's like, oh, yep, that's why he knows. Dwayne knows me. We've been good friends for a while, so he's like, oh yeah, I know what that screams about. I've heard that before. Things happen, man. I try. But yeah, so we'll be doing this, and I'm excited. We'll be getting back to better shows now that I got this heater, so I don't have to freeze to death or kill myself with propane.
And
so that'll be
what, was the buddy heater not working?
I just don't want to burn that much heat. I don't want to burn that much propane up here too, because this is actually a big room. Like I have my frame behind me, but this room goes like back another 8 feet.
Yeah.
But
Preston, I
so
do.
Dwayne, like I was telling. Go ahead, Dwayne.
I wanted to
go ahead to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like I was telling Scarlett, actually what got the training kicked off tonight, I received a call from somebody. Well, I called them, but I possibly already have a sponsor for the show. And
nice.
Because I don't know how familiar you are with like telling. Well, you said you're EMS, right? Okay, this is actually something that'll fucking play to you too. This is something that'll play to you. So have you heard of the Guardian Angel light? I have one, and if everything kicks off right, and she's gonna send me the email to send to them. I possibly have a distributor of Guardian Angel going to sponsor us.
What?
Shit you not. Yes.
Scarlett,
hold on. So as you can see too, you can also share your screen. So I went to their
that
website.
light.
Yep, this is the light.
I want to explain Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel helps with equipment for first responders.
Here.
And
hold on just a second. Hold on. I'm going to make this better.
Thing.
Hold on. Hold that thought. Okay, I'm gonna lose connectivity for a second while I'm walking, and it's gonna be dark. But I'm gonna take a walk out to my truck. I will go get my guardian angel. Hold that
Right.
thought.
Yeah, let's show everybody.
These lights actually go up on the
Because
shoulder.
like, yeah, like I'm gonna show all of that. Hold on, where's my hat? I don't
These
Just
lights
know.
showing
go
a few of the features and just kind of showing
So-
people so they get to actually see it.
So while he's going to grab his light,
Oh,
I'm
no,
going
they're-
to explain here a little bit. These lights go up on our shoulder, right? And it will.
Well,
So,
I'm
like-
gonna, Dwayne, I'm gonna show you guys that, and also
I
there's
used to
more
have
it,
our
though,
department
Dwayne,
had
and
these
you're
for
gonna
us.
fucking love this shit.
Our department had these for us, and they're fucking amazing.
So.
I love these things,
So
man.
better yet, Dwayne, not only are they going to sponsor us, but we are going to be able to do monthly giveaways with these lights.
Yes.
Bro.
I'm telling
Yes.
you. As you see, they say trusted by over 5,000 organizations worldwide. Some of the largest Fortune 500 companies in America use Guardian Angel Light. The National Park Service uses it. Department of Defense. So, I mean, that's a pretty big deal.
Bro, if we get sponsorship, if we get sponsorship through these people,
Okay,
bro, we need to,
think.
Scarlett, we need to invest in these for our.
Hello, my dear.
for-
When are you going to start your show? Hello, my dear. We're waiting for you too. We want you to start your show. We love you. Hey, how are you? So yeah, just let me know because we have that
Okay.
group chat open
All right,
with us
Scarlett,
and Aurora
Okay.
Rosa
I'm
who wants
back.
to start
back out
show
the
too.
screen so we can see bigger for
Oh,
him.
what?
Back
What
at
do
the
you
screen, sir. He's about to show his light.
Oh yeah. Hold on, sorry, my bad. Okay, sorry, got it. Boom.
Okay.
Then
Am
we
I
can
back?
make you
Or can you
big.
hear me?
Hold on, we're gonna make you big. We're gonna put you in solo layout, and then you can show us. Sweet. There we go.
Okay, so I'm out at my tow truck currently. Okay,
Okay. Yep.
hold up. So I'm currently out at my tow truck. That's just the fucking work light, okay?
Right. It said it can be seen up to 5 miles away.
That's what I love about that. Oh my god, I can't look at that.
And
Oh,
that's why
hold
he's
on.
putting it to the side, though.
Here, hold on. Let me make it a little easier.
Okay, that's
A
better.
little-
I can look at that.
Yep. See? Yeah. Once
Okay.
you move it to the side, then you can see it.
Now, not only that, but I can isolate it. Like, while I'm walking back, I'm going to do this number here. Okay, here's the magnetic mount. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Oh, right. Look at
Bro,
that.
that's what we use on scene when we're pulling up to a multi-vehicle accident. Ours would do
And they
what
have a bunch of, it said it had a bunch of settable features for the lights. So it actually has
we
Well,
had
color
red
brightness
and white on our
settings, and then it also has a bunch of device colors that you can get.
Yeah,
we had
it has red.
we had-
It has red and blue. They have red and blue. They have red, white, and blue. They have amber and white, which is what I have. I have the amber and white.
Yep.
But to get a red and blue, you actually have to show credentials that you are EMS, that you are either EMS, fire, police, anything like that. Now, in certain states like Wyoming, if you're a tow op, Wyoming allows
Red and blues.
red and blue for tow trucks, which I'm
Yep.
actually going to be starting to write. I'm actually going to be writing my governor a letter a week just because I'm that asshole to change
Yeah,
the
and
law
find who
in
your
Colorado.
local representative is and ask them would they write a bill for this, because they most likely will. If you can get a few people and tell a few senators and the people who run the transportation committees in Colorado, in the state house, you could probably get them to sponsor a bill for this, honestly.
And that's actually what I'm going to be going to do, is because I've been clipped, I could tell you horror stories that would make your toes curl and make your grandchildren cry. And they're not even born yet.
It's an important issue. Oh, hold on. Crap. There we go. Got it.
There we go.
Get-
But anyway, but yes, so now that I'm back in the light here, fuck, I hate having to walk all the way down to the truck.
I feel it.
So yeah, like it has now the version you're looking at, Scarlett,
Yep.
is the newest version.
Right.
That is not the version I have. Mine is a generation older than the one you just looked at. But if I can land this sponsorship, especially with you being with EMS, that'll help.
I'm former
you'll
EMS.
be able to come to my shows. It'll still help because you have the experience. You can add to the entourage of why this is so important, why this is an issue, why we need shit like this.
Even for recreational people too. Like I have a whole group of people who do, my RV people with RV life.
Before you get too far with that, hold on. Before you get too far with that, my whole issue with people getting things like this for recreational, okay?
I'm thinking more for RVs that would be stuck on the side of the road. That's what I was thinking.
Well,
for.
See, they actually sell little LED flares for that. But my issue, and Dwayne will probably corroborate this.
But they sell like 20 different, Guardian Angel sells like 20 different categories: ATV, bike light, running light, camping light, hiking light, hunting light, dog walking light, snowmobile light, snowboarding light, boat navigation light, kayak light, skiing light, fishing light.
But so when we talk about this, so once we land the sponsorship,
we're talking about the professional ones, but they do sell a recreational model.
But I want to make sure people are getting the correct model for what they're doing, because the problem is the reason we have to now fight for tow trucks to be able to use red and blue lights is because people have become so complacent with yellow lights because construction uses them, tow trucks use them, Tom, Dick, and Harry uses them for whatever the hell they think they see fit. Like for instance, today I was coming home from my tow yard, or no, I wasn't at the tow yard. I was. I can't remember. I was coming home. I was coming up the off ramp. There was a big rally. People driving down the road. I'm not going to mention what for because I don't get into politics. I hate politics.
Right.
Blood from 1,000 burning suns. But they had a rally. Well, a news crew was up on the bridge videoing. Well, in their car, a fucking news crew had amber lights flashing, and so people have become.
Come on.
See, that's my issue. Like, look,
they should never be using that unless their vehicle is disabled. There's no need for media.
No, not even disabled. Not even disabled. You get a blinking red light for a disabled vehicle. Do not get it, because when people get these
amber
lights,
light to me confers like some urgency to it, right? But I get what you're saying, that they've been so overused now that the urgency is not in everyone's minds the same as when red and blue's gone.
See, now, like, look,
here's my whole problem.
I'm gonna back him up on this. Like, as an EMS, I always see amber and lights everywhere out there. You know, the only people that should ever have amber and lights on their fucking vehicles, if you're blocking off roads, you know, for like an event,
right?
Your tow truck, which I believe in all thought they should have red and blues, or at least red and green.
You get red, blue, and amber for depending on the situation. You know.
Well, see, and the other thing is, like, my wife runs tow support for me. Like, my pickup is set up for complete tow support. I run ambers on that because of that. Damn it, I forgot to grab me another soda. But I run ambers on my personal pickup because my truck ends up being tow support, and she's out there on the side of the road doing her blocking, you know, setting up cones, whatever, traffic control, you name it. My wife will be out there doing it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
right.
and I'm gonna
say this real quick, Preston. Not Preston, but Tailgater. Is I'm not gonna be on here much longer because my internet's going to shit. But I want to say this to you. You know, like, your show's gonna be amazing. You know, and I agree with tow trucks having red, blues, and whites because of the fact that you guys are at the same high amount of risk as what any officer, what any EMS is for getting clipped. And before I get off, I'm going to say this. I got clipped 2 years ago in Harvey because we brought a truck with us. And we had the red and blues on. Actually, it was our red, white, and ambers we had on. And dude came up, clipped me. Scarlett heard it because she heard my phone go flying like 25 feet. Got clipped. And it's irritating. Like, everybody ignores amber lights.
They do. And it's not only irritating, it's ridiculous because people just don't give a damn. And it's ridiculous.
You know, it was nice to see tonight. I saw they were pulling. Dude, I saw the police literally front end, like, ram a car tonight to stop it. It was wild. Anyway, that's small town life for you, because that shit would never go down in the city, right?
Bullshit.
I've never seen them ram them to stop them. I've seen maybe pit maneuvers, or I've never seen them like full force just front ram them, just broosh. I was like, shit.
I seen it done here in Grand Junction. Shit you not.
Right. Yeah. Grand Junction's a bigger town, I would guess. Like at least 50,000.
We're like 150,000 there, sweetheart.
Okay.
Right. But hey guys, I'm gonna back out of here. My computer keeps acting up. Tailgater, good to have you on here. Scarlett, I love you. Good luck, man.
I appreciate it. You know, and like I tell everybody, stay safe and move over.
Yep.
Amen to that. Later.
I'll see you later, Dwayne.
But yeah, I'm really hoping. So, Scarlett, I need you to email that to me like tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I've already talked. I literally about 10 minutes before I got a hold of you, is when I talked to him.
Okay. Yep. So it'll be very fresh and ready to go. Yeah, I'm actually pulling it up right now, so I can pull the link. The other
nice thing about these lights is they're actually rechargeable.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I mean, aside from of everything else, I mean, even this is the package they come in. I mean, they come in a very. I mean, the packaging is even very. They care about their product. They send you the cord to charge it with. They send you a whole instruction card, everything. You know, I mean, this is a genuine product.
Quite strong too. Like they try to like actually break it, and they they try to run it over. They show on the website. They try to. They try to put it in a grill. They try to put it like they run it over. They put it in mud.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is awesome. I mean, that, like I said, that's just the work light.
Right. And they have a bunch of different ones. That's what I thought was really cool when I went to the website, is that they have like industrial, PPE safety light, mining lights, towing lights, utility lights, roadside construction, rescue lights.
I mean, here, hold on just a second.
Yeah.
I mean, this is in a solid state. You know, this ain't even flashing. And
right. And that's pretty bright, considering you have no light on. You know, that's illuminating everything.
And I can adjust the brightness settings too.
Oh, right.
You know, I mean, like my boss bought this for me. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're like price wise. Because I mean, the construction of these things.
Is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, construction wise, I mean, they're not cheap at all. You know, but I mean,
that's what I mean. Like, the quality is there, but the price is right for the average working person who wants to invest in this. You know.
Right, and that's the thing is, these things are awesome. I mean, I back them 110%. Like I said, I would not try and get sponsored by something or someone that I don't believe in myself. And not only that, these lights, if you look at the mount down here, these little screw holes, you can actually get these. They make a specific traffic cone that these mount to.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can actually get a traffic cone mount on their website, and these things are just amazing. And I have them on the hook for a sponsorship, and I'm really hoping we can land this because it would be just
It'd be
awesome.
a great product, and it'd be a great product to support, especially for the show. Like I said, for the people and my listeners, especially a lot of outdoors people, they also have models for that as well. So I thought
Right.
that's pretty. But snowmobile version. I got a snowmobile that's old that has really crappy lights. That might be nice for me to bring on the trail. To know that I can mount it to myself or to my rig, that's a big deal.
Now the biggest thing is the thing I want to push so hard is I want to make sure people are getting the correct lights and not getting the amber lights or whatnot just because they think they're cool or something. Get the lights that pertain to what you're doing, backpacking, outdoors. Don't make people more complacent to what is already a problem.
That's true too, because the options, for instance, for like the snowmobile light, right? You can choose white on white, white on blue, and yellow, or white on yellow. And white on white with the red might be your best option.
Well, yeah, it really is.
Because the small red light only blinks in case, like, let's say your sled is disabled or something for that instance. But
right,
especially
exactly.
since we're trying to teach people and educate them about what the whole issue is overuse of amber light. You want to kind of stay away from that. Any light that is brighter than your ambient surroundings will get someone's attention, especially if you can.
Exactly. People don't need to go out of their way to get that light that I have here because that has a specific intention.
Right, because each professional model has its own different
purpose.
Features, for instance. Right.
It has its own features. It has its own purpose. I'm trying to get the angle right on this camera, and it's just.
And I mean, it looks like the same light, but what they do is they just kind of change some of the colors on them and a little bit of the shape, and you might get a different mount bracket.
Yeah, like I said, this one here, the intention of this particular bracket, you'll notice it's curved.
Yep.
Okay. The specific intention of that is for this right here. Okay.
To wear it. Yep. And that's nice. It looks like it will even clip onto a very heavy coat. It looks like it would be strong enough to go through like Carhartts and utility jackets.
Oh no, let me give you a better demonstration of that. Okay.
Right. Wow. Yeah,
now,
that's
it won't
magnet.
It gets a little once I start going through my hand, but I mean it's even, I've clipped my finger with this damn thing a couple of times and it fucking hurts.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Because it's not just a magnet here. There's a magnet in both sides.
Okay. So then it has full contact. Yeah, because I noticed for the bike ones, they have like bike mounts.
Mm-hmm.
For the running ones, they have the similar mount that you have, the magnetic mount. But for other ones, I thought it was interesting because they have it where you can attach it to different, usages.
Right.
Which I thought that was kind of neat, for whatever you're needing it for,
Right. And you can attach it to the back of your car. Like, let's say your car is disabled, battery's dead. You throw this in, throw it right there on the back of your car. And, again, damn thing's bright as shit.
Well, that's just it. And then you don't have to necessarily use something like your phone that you could drop.
Right. Exactly.
Because that's you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to use my phone, and then you don't realize, like, oh, I'm about to drop it, and then you drop it in the dark, and then what?
Right. And see, there's another feature on here. I got to remember how to. Oh,
one thing I thought was really cool was the boat light. A lot of times these boat lights are really expensive to get mounted to your boat. They have the white and green for $99.
Yeah.
Put that on your boat. with it. They have a nice non-metallic adhesive and screw mount. You can put it literally on anything.
Yeah.
They even have an arm strap. You know,
Same
so you
thing
can
on
strap
mine,
it anywhere on your boat, which, you know, for kayakers or small boaters, or like I said, if you don't want to buy 2 lights for your boat and you need a light, now you have one. It's regulation.
Yep. And that's it. You know, these guys are this company here, you know,
They really thought about it though. Like, and I'm surprised
they really did.
Recreational options, you know, with
Yeah,
the hiking, with the
and
hunting
see,
ones. You know,
I've been trying to get one of these lights. It was funny how I got my light, as a matter of fact. Pamela, we're doing good. How you doing?
Hi, Pam. Pam is our head moderator here on the network, so you'll see Pam quite often. She has the ability to ban people from the YouTube chat, and so we love Pam. So, hey, Pam.
Awesome. But you know, it was amazing too, because I started working for this company, this tow company that I'm with now, back in May.
Okay.
And you know, I've gotten to know my bosses pretty good. It's 2 brothers, they're great guys. They're actually putting me through a lot of courses. They put me through a licensing course so I can be a licensed repossession agent. They're currently putting me through a course right now called Wreckmaster. And amazing course. I've been doing this 10 years and it's actually teaching me things, which that amazed me, you know, not really actually. In my line of work, there's something to learn every day. You know, it's a different situation every day. But
that's true. Different vehicles, different styles.
Mm-hmm. My boss asked me one day. He says, "Hey, Preston, you ever heard of Guardian Angel?" I was like, "You're talking about the lights, right?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I've heard of them. I've been wanting one for fucking 10 years. Well, not quite 10 years, because Guardian Angel really didn't come on the scene until, oh hell, I can't remember when they started, but they didn't really get heavy into like lights like this until I think about 6 years ago.
Okay.
And I could be wrong on that, but I didn't notice them until about 5-6 years ago. And I've wanted one ever since. When my boss was like, "Well, don't worry about buying one." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He says, "There's one in the mailbox sitting for you." Like he went out of his way and bought this light for me, you know, and that just shows me my boss's dedication to what I do and his faith in me nonetheless, you know, because I mean, these guys didn't know me from Adam when I started. They didn't know me from fucking nothing. And I have worked my ass off. Speaking real quick, with how we're trying to get monetized through YouTube, FYI, we got to watch the cursing, because that'll get us demonetized.
Yeah, we haven't had an issue with it so far. Eventually, we're going to be on our own platform without that. So eventually, we want to be self-contained system, so we don't have to deal with censorship. So far, we haven't had an issue. We've never had any of our videos removed as of yet, and we've been around for a year. So.
All right. Well, I just want to let you know, because I know some people got demonetized for that.
Oh yeah, it does happen, and you know they try to demonetize you for everything or anything that you do anyway. So we're very quite aware.
But yeah, anyway,
it's something to keep in mind. But
yeah, but yeah, you know, so that's one of the sponsorships I'm really hoping I can land us, because that company that makes those lights is just amazing. And the gentleman that I'm trying to get sponsors, he is a dealer for Guardian Angel, and he owns a whole store that outfits with light, you know, amber lights and lights for emergency vehicles. Like in the area he's in, I can't remember exactly where he's at, but the area he's in, he actually does all the lighting for the local police department, fire department, all of them.
I was just looking up the laws, because they have on their website the laws in your state, what you can use for what colors, and what law. Because you don't want to purchase one of these lights that you can't necessarily have either. So that's why we keep telling you about the colors and to be aware of those colors, because you don't want to get caught using a light and light color that you're not allowed.
Yeah, because that actually can land you, depending on the state and depending on how nice the local police department is feeling, they will nail you to the wall. They can get you actually for impersonating an officer.
I'm sure, of like a police
yeah.
officer.
Oh yeah, they can get you for impersonation. And it's nuts, but
yeah, because I was looking at my state, and our state laws are pretty relaxed as far as that goes.
Right. Well, but the thing is
we can have red and amber here.
Yeah, most places you can do red and amber. The biggest one that you cannot do is red and blue,
right,
together. And see, and again, that's what I'm trying to change in Colorado, at least. Honestly, I would like to change it throughout the United States, but I'll start local first.
Right. Yeah, they say here that you can mount it according to the state statute on the side. Police vehicles have to be on the back, but or mounted on the side potentially. But yeah, we have to have one red light. So I think that's probably how we got all these laws strange, because ours are for basically like one red light at the front of the vehicle while in use, one red light, front facing red light. So I think maybe, I don't know why you would make a law like that, because I guess fire trucks can have red or amber or a shade in between.
Yeah, so the reason they make, because the reason they have
too, and they can have strobes.
So the reason they have had to make it where you can have them in the back is because of the abuse of the red and blue lights,
right?
And that's where we run into the issue again.
At least fortunately in the state of Minnesota, apparently they carry the same weight under the law as an ambulance or fire truck. So they probably give at least tow truck drivers here more precedent, because they're considered the same type of vehicle. So if you're messing with the ambulance or a fire truck, you're going to get the same charges if you mess with the tow truck.
Right. Well, see,
so that's a good thing.
Right. It is. Now, the problem is not all states recognize it that way.
And that's an issue.
Like so there's the national Tow Lives Matter. There's actually a casket that goes around the U.S. in representation of fallen tow truck drivers. And Colorado actually has their own casket. And so, yeah, it's nuts. So Scarlett, where did you find okay.
So
where did you find
on
the laws?
guardianangeldevices.com, which is their website. You can go to, how did I find this? Give me a second, because I clicked it somehow. Let me just click back and see where I brought it from. Oh, their about section. And then I went to,
is it who's using GA devices?
Yeah, look at the bottom. Oh, just scroll to the bottom at resources, and it says emergency light state statutes.
Okay, hold on just a second.
There's like a black banner at the bottom of every page. You just scroll to the bottom.
All right.
I'll pull it up.
So there it is. I found it.
Yep, and then it's got every state where you can click on it and then find out what your state laws are, which is really cool. Because then that way, before you purchase an item, you'll know what you cannot purchase, and just know what the laws are.
Right, and that's the biggest thing is people knowing, being educated, being, okay, hold on. Emergency vehicle lights are used throughout the police lights, fire truck lights, volunteer firefighter, ambulance, tow truck. Tow trucks as a service vehicle, such vehicles may have one or more lights. Those lights have to be mounted as high as possible. They have to be visible from all directions, and they can flash, oscillate, or turn. The lights must be yellow in color, cannot use any other color or color mix.
Oh, that's what needs to be changed, is that part of the law.
Only when the vehicle is on open road can the lights be used, and it possesses a traffic hazard. They should be visible in all directions up to 500 feet during the day. Only the Colorado Public Commissions can authorize a tow truck's lights vehicle.
Wow.
And owners must apply for a license. Yeah,
that's kind of a racket in of itself, because see, my state's not doing any of that. You can even apply. Ours, literally, there's one sentence. All it says is tow trucks fall under the emergency vehicle category in Minnesota and carry the same weight under the law as an ambulance or fire truck. A tow truck must have flashing red and amber lights attached to the truck's highest point so that it can be seen from 500 feet when the tow truck is engaged in an emergency services That's it. That's all it says. Like, they give you a lot more freedom, which that's really interesting why they want to stifle that. Like, why any other color or mix? Why not? You guys have very dangerous mountain passes, very dangerous roads. You would think that you would give it just as much weight as any other vehicle, because in the winter they possess such a critical infrastructure capacity for the roads and for CDOT. So that's really interesting.
You would think. Now, so I used to live in Wyoming, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to go down here. Hold on, tow truck. Get off my screen. Clear. I said get off my screen. Thank you.
Yeah, they also, I found out too that if we're ever in like volunteer rescue capacity here, that we can use lights on our vehicles here in Minnesota, which is really cool. I'm glad I got to learn that.
One state north of me. Listen to this. This is one state north of me. A tow truck is considered to be a vehicle belonging to a civil emergency preparedness agency.
Yeah, preparedness agency. See, and so they give them so much more strength right there.
These trucks intervene when motorists are experiencing emergencies requiring their vehicle to be dragged off the road for repair. They also play an important part in cleaning up scenes for motor vehicle accidents. If a tow truck is responding to an emergency, the driver is required by state statute 31-5-928F to display amber and white flashing lights. These indicate These indicate that an emergency procedure is being undertaken, but the emergency isn't life or death. Drivers who see these lights should move over one lane. If tow trucks are required to display their warning lights while towing, tow trucks are required to display their towing lights while towing a vehicle, as well as during the journey to the emergency site.
And I feel like they explained in their law a lot better than any other state, right? Because that was the whole point that we were trying to make, is that these lights mean something. It means, like they said, an emergency procedure is underway, but it's not necessarily life or death.
Right, but but
sometimes it is, though. So how would you differentiate?
Well, now where they're going to get away with saying that is by the time the tow truck is on scene, they've already cleared any injuries, bodies, so on and so forth.
Right.
So it's not considered a life or death situation unless I have showed up on the scene, had a fireman run up to me, and when I say run, that man was probably running faster than an American sprinter in the Olympics. Full geared, fucking sprinting.
Right.
And he comes booking it up to me, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to get this car at a 45-degree angle now." And I said, "Why?" He said, "We have somebody trapped in the vehicle, and we cannot get safe access with it being on its top. And I literally had to assist in the extraction.
Right. See, so in that case, you should have red on blue. So somebody realizes, oh, what's going on? So maybe they would slow down around you. Maybe they would hesitate a little more.
You would think.
You would think. I mean, I just think that would be the next most reasonable thing to do. And so that's what we're going to try to do here on your show. And
right, and that's
moving forward with this program. It's going to be a lot what it's about. So it's going to be about, you know, some of the stories that we hear, you know, in which we like to consider this like the forgotten EMS, right? So like
we are as we like to say, we're the unsung heroes.
Right. You know, nobody really thinks about what they do until you need them, right? But they're kind of like the dreaded thing, you know what I mean? If you need one, you're probably in a shit situation. You know, so that's just one of those things. So we want to just kind of show that side of life, show all of these people who are working tirelessly across the country every single day, from making sure you get home, you know, if there's an accident on the freeway, to if your car breaks down, to if you're in a life-threatening accident, right?
Right, so exactly.
That's what it's about. Like literally tow truck drivers and what they do touch every part of life and society.
We really do, you know, because I mean, the thing is, you know, yeah, we're out there picking. People think tow truck drivers are, we have, and another one of the problems is one reason people don't like tow truck operators is because of the fact, thank you, television, for putting on repo shows that make us look like assholes.
True. Because people have to remember when it's something like reality TV, that is highly scripted. Those situations are fabricated to make them look good.
Right, exactly. And so, but when people see a tow truck now, they automatically think repo. And granted, yes, I do repossession. Okay, I do repossession. But...
And that's no one's fault. You know, people can't pay the bills. It sucks. I'm sorry. You know,
the way we put it, here's how we put it.
Payments and your car gets taken. I'm sorry. I do feel bad for people that happens to. But you also made a promise to pay for something that you no longer have paid for. And so that's an issue too. You're not allowed to just walk in the store and take free groceries. So you can't just take a vehicle either. So, you know, here's
the thing
not
too.
Necessarily the bad guy. I get it though.
Here's the other thing though. You're having a hard time paying your bills? I'm about ready to make your life easier.
Yeah.
As fucked up as that sounds.
I mean, you got to figure out what you can do.
Right, exactly. But because of those shows and such, tow truck ops have such a bad rap. We have this stigma about us that everybody thinks we're here to take their vehicles and da-da-da-da-da-da. No, you know, I didn't get into the towing industry for repo. Is it part of my job? Yeah. But that's not what I got into towing for. I got into towing because I enjoy helping people, because I enjoy, you know, giving back to my community. You know, I know if it was my wife, my daughter, you know, I got a daughter that's going to be 16 years old this month.
Right.
And I know I would hope that somebody would be out there to help her and whatnot. But, you know, and to top it all off, I enjoy my job. Like, I love my job. This is, you know, now granted, and that's the other thing, Scarlett, is during my shows and whatnot, my phone could go off at any given time.
Right.
I thought it was going off there for a second. That would have been fucking ironic.
Right.
But my phone could go off at any time, and I may have to end my live.
Right.
You know, and that's actually going to be part of my description. Is I may end my live due to work calling. So I am going to put a disclaimer in there so people understand that, I may be ending that live for whatever purpose. But yeah, so
to your next show when you come back and tell everybody about it too. So
right, exactly. But yeah, if you would, Scarlett, also just for the sake of ease, will you when you email me or send me that link to for the sponsorship, send me a second email that or text, either one, that for the login for the Freedom Network and everything, because I will
do that too. Yep, we'll do that on here, but make sure
I'm a fucking space cadet. Like, yeah, I'm a fucking space cadet.
Yeah, it happens. We all, it happens to everybody, so no worries. We'll make sure you have all that information. But that usually doesn't change. We'll also set up your own email. Oh, I haven't seen that show. Oh, yeah. What is that show called where it's like, they have that tow truck show, and I know what you're talking about. They have that one that's like in Alaska and shit, and like up in the Pacific Northwest. Damn, what's that show called?
Lizard Leg. Oh, yeah, you're talking. Well, there's Ice Road Truckers, which is about truckers, and then there's it's either Hell's Highway or Highway to Hell or some shit like that.
Big trucks, and they have like the big rigs, and that one team with the guy, he's in the Pacific Northwest, he's like in Washington State.
Yeah, I know who you're. And so, yeah, I know what show you're talking about, but off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you to save my life.
I remember what the hell it's actually called, like what the show is called. Heavy Rescue 401. Is that it?
Yeah.
Or on the highway.
Yeah, or Heavy Rescue 911 or some shit like that.
Yeah, they got wreck chasers. But yeah, it's Highway Through Hell.
Yeah, Highway Through Hell. I told you it was Highway Through Hell.
Yeah. So that's the show that was on the Weather Channel. I know that's the one it is.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a little clip that they were showing.
See, Pamela even said it. That one, Highway to Hell.
I know. See, because Pam knows. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, Pam, because I watch the Weather Channel, so I've seen that show, and it's a good show because it shows a lot of the technical aspects, especially of the bigger recoveries. We have to use the larger trucks that have their own independent hydraulic,
Oh, God, no. Scarlett, pause there. Let me tell you a fucked up, but I have a sick sense of humor, so I'm a little fucked up, okay? So I get a call one night. But I was living in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Boss calls me, says, Preston, you need to get to the off-ramp on I-25 right by F.E. Warren Air Force Base. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. So I hop in my truck, fucking boots getting boogity down there. I get down there. There's a semi turned over, which, okay, whatever, that happens. But it was a fucking cattle hauler, and it had over 90 head of cattle in it.
Oh, shit.
And so I actually beat EMS. I beat the police department. I shut down the highway right there.
Right.
So I beat them all there. Well, I hear a couple of the cattle had got out and they have broken legs and shit. Well, at the time, and I still do, I carried a 9mm on me.
Right.
I actually got clearance and had to put down a couple of the cattle on the side of the road.
Yeah, you'd have to, though, because once their legs are broken, there's nothing you can really do with them. I don't know if they're on their way to the slaughterhouse anyway, but I worked with dairy cattle for over a year, and I was head herdsman.
Well, I grew up on a cattle ranch.
Yep, see, so I was head herdswoman at the dairy farm, so I know all about that. So it's like, once that leg's broke, that's it. You got to dispatch them. Unfortunately, that's just it.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it was so fucking bad. Like, oh my God. And
terrible.
Then, so we get the truck flipped over, and I had to haul. Well, and then the vet gets on scene, And oh fuck, my goddamn Bluetooth's gonna die. Of course it is, motherfucker. So vet gets on scene. They start euthanizing him. You know, humanely euthanizing him. Because shooting him ain't humane, and we have 3 fucking PETA members on scene quicker than shit. I fucking kid you not. And I'm sorry, PETA to me stands for people eating tasty animals. Give me my fucking steak. No, and if anybody's a PETA member, sorry. It's not that I don't. If that's your thing, cool. But don't be one of those PETA members that shoves it.
It's true though.
Yeah.
More animals died through PETA's organization than PETA
Right.
has tried to.
Okay, no. You want to hear another fucked up fact about rodeo and all that? Because PETA wants to have a big fucking myth over fucking rodeo. I used to ride rodeo. I was a bull rider. Okay. Now the fucked up part is we had, for every 1 human doctor, we had 4 vets on staff.
Yep.
Okay. If you want to tell me a rodeo doesn't take care of their fucking animal, if anybody ever tells me that rodeos don't take care of the animals, it's animal abuse.
And cares for their animals too. Nobody's out there
Right.
trying to hurt them.
Exactly. We're not out there trying to harm the animal. We're out there trying to get
rodeos and farms more often better than most human beings are treated.
You ain't fucking lying. Okay.
I'm just trying to keep it real. I've worked on a farm, been around these farm animals, and it's just like people don't understand. They have stereotypes and ideas, and that's what we hope to do with this program and any other program on the network is try to dispel the myths of stereotypes, try to educate people on topics that they might not be well versed in, and just maybe try to understand somebody else's point of view.
If they could get take 5 minutes and fucking watch a YouTube video, okay? I mean,
Right.
fuck.
Or whoever learned their broadcast last. I think this is going to give people a unique perspective into tow truck operators, what they do, how they do it, and why it might be important to pay attention on the side of the road more than just for red clues. If you see a tow truck, have some, if you see a tow truck driver maybe in line behind you somewhere, maybe buy him something, maybe say, hey, I'll buy your meal, or give him a coffee, or say thank you, or something. It's important that, especially people who do things, that guy might be the next guy to pick you up on the side of the road when your truck's broke down or when your car's broken down.
People don't realize that. Don't piss off your tow truck driver. But the other thing is I could tell you a really funny one. So, Wyoming, what we did was a semi rollover. I don't know how familiar. Fucking horrendous. So
I went through
we get dispatched out to this, and
all I could say was Wyoming though, because the whole time I was there, it was so foggy you couldn't see in front of your car, and it was scary. So I've been to Wyoming, but I didn't.
Don't stop. Just keep driving. Just keep driving.
Man, I'm telling you, it was rough. There's nothing out there. There's no even damn gas stations. It's rough.
Of the state of Wyoming could fit in Denver. They have just over 500,000 people in the entire state.
Right. It's wild. I've never been somewhere where there's nothing. Literal nothing. I was afraid we were going to run out of gas because of the way that these towns are set up off of I-80. You know what I mean? I felt like if we didn't have this big old 15-passenger van that has a 50-gallon tank, we probably wouldn't have made it as far because Wyoming though.
Attached to a semi rollover. Okay.
Right.
White, and it had been snowing, so I didn't think nothing of it.
Holy crap, man. That's a lot of fucking accidents.
You weren't at fault for all 12.
I would hope not.
Seriously. Anyway, Good God. Anyway, so we get there, we get the truck flipped back over, and my boss looks at me and says, "Hey, Preston, we got to do cleanup." I said, "Well, I know that." He's like, "No, no, 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 no. You don't understand." I said, "Well, what don't I understand? There's pieces of the semi laying everywhere on the road." He's like, "Well, aside from that, I'm renting a skid steer. Some of that snow behind the semi." Oh, I did, and you'll never guess what I found.
What?
Stars they weren't used. Half full of tampons. Fucking road.
Oh, shit. I guess they would have wrecks too. I didn't think about semis as much as other
And
vehicles, but they have to be towed too. You were the passenger. Damn, man. That's some bad luck, man. I'm telling you. That's terrible.
I wouldn't be right.
Whoever
anybody
right,
after that.
I would never lie. Like,
Luck.
I would
Fuck,
not be riding for people anymore. Like, you can't get. I wouldn't even want to get in a car
After going through that.
Now, my
mess.
question is, when you were the passenger, was it the same driver in all 12, or was
Right.
it a different driver with him in your judgment?
Right. Were any of them multiple the same person more than once? I just have a lot of
If
questions.
it was the same person and you keep getting in the vehicle with the person you've been in multitude of accidents with, and God help me if you say it's your significant other.
No,
Okay.
I don't think Pam will say that. I know Pam pretty well enough to know that she probably won't say that. But it might be somebody else. We'll see. Pam will let us. I mean, I just think that that's a lot of accidents. I don't know if I've known anybody who's ever been.
I would never be a passenger again. No, but my thing is I don't like being in passenger. Period. Like when my wife drives, my wife is an amazing driver. She can drive great.
Right.
Still bad luck though. Still bad luck. But my wife is an amazing driver. She really is. But even driving, I get nervous. Like I've been a professional driver all of my adult life. If I wasn't driving a tow truck, I was driving a cab. If I wasn't driving a cab, I was driving a garbage truck or a dump truck. Or I've been a driver all of my life. And so to be a passenger, to be sitting in that passenger seat scares the fuck out of me. Especially after seeing
driven. So I have like an interesting perspective on that because I've never driven, so I'm always the passenger. So I'm a good judge if somebody's a good driver, though. I'll tell you what. I'll know, right?
And not to be rude or anything. A, why have you never driven?
Because I don't drive. Like, you want, like, the reason why I don't drive? Like,
yeah. If you don't mind me asking. Otherwise, tell me to fuck off.
No, I don't actually mind you asking. I guess it's multiple reasons. Number one, when I was younger, I had gotten in trouble when I drove, so that kind of turned me off of driving for a while, and I got in trouble driving, right? So that kind of turned me off for driving for a while, and then for a long time, I was very ill. And so there was no way that I could drive. I was in and out of hospitals, needing all types of treatments, all types of things. And so for a long time, I was just physically not able to drive. Then in the last few years, I've gotten better and feel better to the point where I'm going to start driving, but I've just never driven. So I guess it's like more situations and then I guess illness. Like originally I didn't drive just because I got in trouble, so I couldn't drive until I was like an adult. So then after that, then I was very sick. And then, like I said, I've been better the last few years. And now I've finally wanted to get out and drive. So I haven't really needed to. So that's the story. Oh, we have frozen.
Sony kick.
Oh, there we go.
Can I ask you what you were sick with?
Oh, I have many different conditions. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and fibromyalgia, but I've had mosquito-borne viruses. I've had all types of things. I've been hospitalized with kidney stones, all types of things.
Which one you said?
Pardon?
Illness you said?
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
What is that?
It is like a connective tissue disorder, where the connective tissue in the body didn't develop. It's basically it affects like large and small joints, okay, and it can like make frequent dislocations and subluxations, which are like half dislocations, basically. So, and it comes with a lot of physical effects as well, and lots of pain and lots of other like gastrointestinal issues, lots of things. So it's kind of like an autoimmune. It's like the way it can affect your body is like autoimmune disease, where it affects multiple systems of the body. So it's a big deal. And I've had a lot of other issues too. So yes, like I said. Oh, I am just frozen. We are. Hold on. Can't hear you.
Yeah.
There we go. I came back. So that's pretty much it. So I mean,
yeah, that makes sense. Like I
did have West Nile virus. I had that was the mosquito-borne virus, Pam. That was that one. I've told my story lots of times on air, so most people are familiar who know me. West Nile was really fucked up. It's not something I recommend. 0 stars.
I still.
It was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever been through in my whole life. I literally thought I was going to die.
It's so shit. Because I got the music in the background.
I've also had rhabdomyolysis, which is like when your body shuts down and creates like a toxic byproduct out of your muscles and your muscles start dying. I've had that too. I almost died from that too. So I've had a lot of issues. So that's why I don't drive, basically.
It makes sense.
Yeah, when you're almost always dying in the hospital, you really don't have time to go drive and go places.
Right.
It's a real thing. So now it's time. So I got a vehicle this year, so I'll be driving it. I just don't want to learn how to drive in the winter. I might do a little bit of driving up in our fields and stuff, but like as far as taking it on the road, probably not until spring.
Yeah. Honestly, I was taught to drive in the rain and snow, and honestly, I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, I might, like I said, I might take it at least out through the field. I don't know about like getting out there. I mean, I do live like in the country though, so if I did, I'm on really back country roads where you hardly ever see another car. I mean, honestly, when I went to town tonight, I probably saw 10 cars on the way there and back.
Fuck Minnesota, right?
Yeah, I'm in northwest Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Minnesota.
I mean,
I know.
I like it. I enjoy it.
Blame you. I fucking like me and my wife are looking for something out in bumfuck because I'm so tired of fucking city.
Mel, who owned the network, just moved from Grand Junction to Missouri because of that reason.
Junction. That's not the issue. Like, but my problem is I got a fucking bunch of Karens for neighbors.
Oh, nobody wants
like,
Karens, bruh. Mm-mm. I can't
you
deal with
wouldn't believe.
Karens. I can't be like,
Okay.
oh, your garbage can is like too far out on your driveway. It's like,
No. I got a better one than that.
oh, okay.
So I drive a diesel pickup, okay?
Right.
I mean,
Okay, Ford,
given
right?
redneck, okay? And I mean, God given redneck. My fucking computer is mossy oak, okay? Or
All
real
right.
tree.
Word.
Whatever, okay? And so my neighbor, I moved into this neighborhood. This house was a house of opportunity. We needed a place. We were homeless, you know, and the landlord's cool as shit. I love my landlord. He's fucking awesome. But aside from that, so my neighbor, okay, my driveway is like a 45-degree angle. I shit you not.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
like, and so my diesel pickup, I have to roll it down so it's level on ground, let it sit for 5 minutes so the fluids get back to where they should be. And my fucking Karen of a neighbor bitched to my landlord, his truck's in my way. Motherfucker, I've had it down there for 15 minutes warming up because it's a cold blooded bitch. You want a bitch? Like, fucking for real? You couldn't come knock on my door?
No, they cannot. They want to complain first. That's what Karens do. See, Karens can't come talk to you like normal people. You know, they can't just be like, yo, man, like, you know, your truck is like causing me an issue. Is there any way that you can, you know, and try to make a compromise, right? No, Karens must ruin your day.
No, you want to know what it is? I have a landlord, and so they have somebody to complain to, and so they do. Fucking
Oh, right.
fucking morals, I swear to God.
It's awful.
My morals that day.
Ooh, cotton candy. You know, once I had cotton candy that was spun from like Jolly Ranchers, and they have like a special machine that can spin the sugar out of candy. That was good. I had pineapple
Actually,
candy.
hold on. You any candy. All you gotta do is like out of Jolly Ranchers, boil it down.
Oh, right, yeah. That's
Boil it down and pour it in the machine, and it'll spin it into cotton candy.
yeah, that's a good idea actually.
It is similar to spins or webs.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So,
I am
everybody, you know, again, if you guys are just tuning in, because I see, you know, people are popping in and out, we're doing a test broadcast for a new show here on the Freedom Revolution Network. And we are here with our new host. You guys know me, Scarlet Anonymous, so there's no real introduction for that. But we have Toegator with us, who's going to have a new show, and we're going to be talking about the tow industry. We're going to be talking about the professionals in that industry. We're going to be talking about some stories. We'll be talking about some calls he's been on. We'll talk about other people. We're going to talk about some of the fallen tow truck drivers as well. So we're just going to try to show a different kind of world and a different kind of way and an appreciation at a time where, you know, these people are essential. They still have to be out there. They still have to be still living life, keeping business going. We're going to be trying to show a little bit different perspective. So I hope you guys will enjoy that program. Make sure you guys would like to watch it. As always, if you guys would like to donate here on the Freedom Revolution Network, go to freedomrevolutionnetwork.com and click the donate tab, where you can sign up to be a monthly donor or a one-time donation. And as always, if you donate $50 or more, you get a free Freedom Revolution Network t-shirt.
My t-shirt. That's my clip.
Yeah. So we've had that promotion for quite a while. A lot of our listeners have taken advantage of that, which we do appreciate. All of you out there who have always donated and supported us here on the Freedom Revolution Network. We couldn't do it without all of you. I mean, we're all in this together at this point.
So I can get a t-shirt.
Don't really get a choice anymore. It's either we want to stick together or we don't. So don't get too many choices at this point. It's wild.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. Hello, hello. Hi, Mike. Oh, cotton candy. Oh, my battery fell out. Shit. Okay, hold on. No wonder my mouse isn't working. Okay.
Dirt.
Yeah, he's eating cotton candy. I'm excited. This is. Oh, I gotta send that invitation to Tim. I will do that later, Mike, because I will be there. I saw your message. I'll be there. I gotta send that to Tim so that he can have it. I'm gonna send it right now. I'm thinking about it because that helps my life. That way, we'll be on the Freak Child Experience. What's your website for the show? I know you're hooked up on the Freedom Revolution Network, but let me type it in so I can put it up on the screen for everybody. So if they would like to listen to Freakcision 2020, they can join me. They can join Freak Child. They can join Tim and all of the familiar faces here on the Freedom Revolution Network. I forgot to send this. Okay. Boom. Hopefully Mel will join us. That'll be exciting. She never joins us. Hurry up, Mike. Making me wait, man. But while we wait for... There we go. Thank you. FreakChildRadio.com. You guys can listen to Freakcision 2020 starting at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If that's right. I think that's right. Michael, correct me if I'm wrong. So it'll be a good time. We know Toegator doesn't do politics, but we're going to be doing our own spin on it. You know, you never know what's going to happen. It's going to be wild. Ooh, can we drink on your show? Yeah, I know Dwayne wants in. I mean, it's your choice if you want to let Dwayne in or not. I mean, we like Dwayne. But, I mean, that's your choice. Freak Child is on, like I said, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and that's going to be Tuesday night. We're all going to be on for Freakcision 2020.
Oh.
And it'll be a good time for me to be on because my polls will be closed by the time we go on air. So it'll be a good time to go on. We'll
Can
see.
you hear me, Scarlett?
I just can now. I did not hear anything you said before that.
My headset was freaking out. I don't know why. I figured out why nobody could hear the music. I had my computer hooked to my Bluetooth, and so yeah, that would explain why nobody was hearing my music.
Right. Yeah. No, now I can hear you. So yeah, sometimes it happens. You just got to kind of like check and see what happens.
But anyway,
that's my spiel. So yeah, if you want to end this test broadcast or whatever else you want to talk about, you can do whatever at this point.
So when do I get my T-shirt?
T-shirts, we don't necessarily like just give them out, but if you get a sponsor and they pay their sponsorship fee, we can work it out.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'll look into that.
Work it out. We can make things happen for you.
I at least want one T-shirt.
Yeah, and then otherwise they're pretty cheap. Otherwise, I think they're like $15 for a T-shirt.
Okay.
I don't even have a T-shirt yet. So to be honest and fair, I should have one, but I don't. I need to actually get on that because I want to start wearing mine places, especially when I cover events. It'd just be nicer to have something. I've just been so busy this year, and then this summer I moved, and then damn coronavirus, and we've been reporting on that since January. And I'm like, holy shit! It's 60 days until January, and then not too much longer, and have been reporting on this for a fucking year. That's wild.
Right.
And I mean, there was a point where we were doing daily broadcasts on this, multiple hour broadcasts. We were one of the first people to cover it. We were the first people to tell you that you were going to be locked down many weeks before we were locked down. That was at the beginning of February. I told everybody, get ready to be locked down. And then it happened. Yeah, see, there you go. Now you're working with it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just about practicing with what you got. So you might see some of the graphics and things you like or things you don't or things you might want to add to say, you know.
Right.
It's a good
I'm actually messing with it right now. There we go. That's what I wanted. Do.
And we can also make ourselves a little smaller and see we can have it like that.
See, I like that.
Yep. So then you can have Till Lives Matter in the background and all that good stuff.
But
Tim has
yeah,
one what? Tim has one what?
I'm confused.
I don't know what Tim has. I talked to Tim the other day though. Tim called me. And he's doing well in Florida, everyone. I know he's been doing Original Red Pill Show, but I don't know how many episodes he's done. But we did talk the other day. And we were talking about all the things we know to be. So that was fun. It's always good to catch up. Tim actually came up here a few weeks ago. At the beginning, was it at like the beginning of October? Tim came up here. God, it's been like a crazy month.
Who is Tim?
He came up here. He was in Colorado, and he moved from Colorado, moved back to Illinois, then came up here, and then moved to Florida, all within like a 2-week period. It was wild.
Who's Tim?
Tim is the host of the Original Red Pill Show here on the Freedom Revolution Network. And he's one of our dear friends of the network.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's an HVAC guy. He lives in Florida now, like I said, but was from, I think, Longmont, Colorado, Loveland.
Oh, we were talking about him. About him.
Yeah, so Tim's good people.
Yeah, we were talking about him. I remember.
Yeah, until recently, most of our hosts. Oh, Tim has a shirt? I didn't know Tim had a shirt. I don't have one. That's shit. Tim has more money than I, too, though, to be fair. So,
by the way, did you realize
that's why Tim has one and I don't. So. But as we continue, we're going to have a bunch of new shows starting here soon. So we're going to have a chance to kind of step up and level up like we've been wanting to. And now that I have my computer and everything, my computer crapped out a few months ago, and that was a big deal till I could get a new computer. So everybody had to hold on with mediocre technology and me not able to, update the website. Mel was the only one doing it. She's rebuilding the site right now. And so it was just a lot of stress. So now we can finally fine tune.
By the way, just for your FYI,
yeah,
I'm a geek, like computer techie geek.
Yeah.
So if there's anything I can ever help with on that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And you get your own site on the network page too. So you'll have things that you get to fix and you get to adjust the way you want them. So just remember that. There's going to be a lot of things that you can do on the Freedom Revolution Network. You're going to have a lot of fun with if you're into setting things up and you're into messing around with features. And yeah, that's true. He is a person that will blow your mind. Tim is a very mind-blowing person, the way he brings up topics, the way he makes you think. I highly recommend listening to the Original Red Pill Show. It may not be your cup of tea, but it also may be. A lot of people enjoy it.
See, like I said, I mean, if people want, it's not that I have a problem with people and politics. I just don't get involved with politics because of multiple reasons. I deal with the public so much. Like I have a rule in my tow truck.
So here's the website. You can click the notifications to allow, and you can get push notifications, so you can tell like your friends or family that you'll go on. Anytime they click that, then they'll get an update. But you can continue while I'm talking. I'm just going to show everybody because I don't know how much you've kind of played around. We have our own social media network. You can listen and chat live. We also have Freedom Revolution games, which if anybody just wants like mindless things to do, you can go over to freedomrevolutionnetwork.com games. And we also have like the old NES games, which is kind of fun too. And then we've got like Jewel Blitz and Solitaire. So you can just sit and play games. That's always fun too. We have the radio site, which has all of our web pages on it. And then, so like here's Clarity After Dark. That's my show. And so we're going to try to clean this up in the next few weeks. Mel says she's got a bunch of different things that she's going to do to try to just like make the whole site look new. We're also going to have a new domain here pretty soon. We're going to have, and see, you can find Freak Child Experience here too. So if people are looking for a Freak Child Experience, you can go to freedomrevolutionnetwork.com and find the Freak Child Experience this way. So just know that. So I want everybody to remember that you can go here and also find it. But we've got a lot of different things going on. We're going to try to clean up all the old players that aren't working, but then also add ones that are working, get some of these old shows. Like we don't have the Hempy Hope show anymore, so we're going to get rid of that. And just go move a few things that we need to kind of just clean up. But since Mel's building the new site is going to be FRN net.live.
That'll be a lot shorter than the one we're working with now.
Yeah, it will. Like, you don't know how many times I've had to say freedomrevolutionnetwork.com. Yes, you do need to update that page and get ready for Freak Decision 2020. Get on it. Yeah, I got to actually go into the software after this and test to make sure everything's working on that end. So maybe I'll meet you over there in a little bit, Mike. Get ready for our broadcast on Tuesday. So, everybody, just stay tuned. Hold this space for some really new, exciting things that I think you'll enjoy. I think you'll like hearing about all these new people. I think you're going to like hearing new stories, hearing from Preston, just kind of having something new and just having a new Freedom Revolution Network family. And so we're adding to the family, everyone. Get ready for new family members. And just like family, it's awkward in the beginning. And if
it's not awkward, it ain't right.
That's what I mean. See, that's what I'm saying. So that's how you know it's family, because it's all awkward at first, but then you guys get your groove together, and then you become one unit, and then you move forward, pressing on together, right? So that's kind of what we do here. We kind of get everybody in, have a little initiation. Everybody will. Oh, and I've got to get you on the Facebook and get you in our private group, the backstage group for hosts. And that's where all of us hosts are. So if you ever need to ask something from a different host, or if you need somebody to sometimes we've asked other hosts to take over our shows. If you're gone or something, or just, need something done. So that's always something good. So we'll get you in there, and that way you'll get to be acquainted with everyone. And that way everybody will get to meet you, and you'll have a great support network just through our hosts on the network. So, but Tim's not in there because Tim doesn't have Facebook anymore.
But yeah, and like I said, it's not that I don't like politics. It's just with how I have to deal with the public every day. I don't want to. I generally don't get into politics, just because if somebody else is a Trump supporter and I bring up Biden, or someone else is a Biden supporter and I bring up Trump. I actually had a fight break out when I was driving cab. It broke out in the back of my van.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
Yes, it would be hard dealing with all members of the public in that way, where here we're a free speech network. So whatever anybody believes in, like Mel is the other co-owner with me. Mel is very liberal. I am very not. So there's a very difference in the way that we run things, but we own the company together and we love each other. Even though
that's what matters.
And that was the point why we created the network, was to show people, like, even if you're liberal and I'm a conservative, that we can still get along, and that we can still like have humanity for each other, and that it's really about us versus the elites instead of worrying about individual parties. That's more of a fallacy in that sense, because they want you to fight each other. Support. Look, Mike, I can't stand you sometimes. Like, nobody said we have to share towels in the locker room, my friend. Nobody's saying we have to go that far.
I just had to bring that up.
We're not going to take Japanese baths and share bath water, but like we can support each other and be family, right? So that's the only thing. So that's what we want to show people, is that people from both sides can be together, work together, not have it be a big issue.
You would think.
Well, now in this day and age, it's a lot harder than one may think.
Oh, so you remember I was telling you about that Slow Down Move Over rally that we were doing?
Yeah.
So this actually is one of the pictures. This was the tow truck I was driving that night.
Oh, that's cool.
it's not my flatbed here. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up.
Damn, you're behind, Mike. Because I know I said coronavirus like 3 minutes ago. Like, legit. But so, yeah, there is a delay. So just so you know, you might see somebody talking about something that you talked about like 5 minutes ago. That does happen.
So yeah, that's my current tow truck.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You could carry pretty much anything with flatbed, though.
79 Trans Am, beautiful car.
I mean, I guess you couldn't tow my trailer, but you could just pull it. But
yeah.
I've been trying to think of like creative ways if I ever have to move it. I gotta get a tow vehicle that I can tow it with, but it's really heavy. I live in a 12,000-pound trailer, so it's a little bit of a bitch for like regular vehicles. I need like a F-350.
Yeah, I have an F-250 Super Duty.
It's all over the dolls. Look here. Aren't you supposed to wash? We have to take turns washing them. It's a group effort, Mike. Get it together.
Now, question: can I put another video up?
Pardon me. What'd you say?
Can I put a video up?
Yeah, if it will load in that section that I showed you, where video clips are. And or you can use share screen, and you could also show a video that way.
Yeah, this is a rollover accident I did. Hold on.
I would I guess I'll show my face for a second, but I'm freezing, y'all. I'm in this cold ass room up here, and I got a heater, so it's a little better, y'all. But it's still not. It's still not good. It's very cold. I have no heat in this room, but at least it's the only finished room I have. So I mean, there's that. Sometimes I do the show on my trailer, but my computer's up here, so when I do training or have to actually show someone something, I have to come up here. Otherwise, on Dwayne's show, I just use my phone. Holy shit!
That was a fun one.
How'd the fucking wheel fall off underneath the fucking cab?
So, if you look, hold on, let me see here. Hold on. Hold on. Layout. Nope. How do I switch to where we're seeing? Fuck it.
How to I don't know if you can pull it in anymore. I guess you could do full screen.
Yeah. But yeah, that one there, that was interesting.
Wow.
Real fucking interesting.
Look at it. Yeah. How do you do that? How does the wheel fall off and then end up underneath the cab? Look at that.
Oh, it's...
That's what I'm looking at. How does that happen?
Oh, idiots. Drunk driving is how that happens.
Yeah, I could see that.
Drunk driving is...
I've seen some wild shit happen, but I just feel like of all things to happen, the wheel falls off and then goes under the cab. That's doing a lot. My dude was did tires for many, many years. So it's you were doing a lot.
Yeah.
You were doing a lot to make that happen. Let's just.
I'm certified in tires. I'm well versed in that.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did for many years.
Here we go.
Now he does construction.
This is the one I really wanted to show you.
Oh yeah, let's see.
It's loading.
Okay.
This is a minute long. This is less than a minute. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay. From start to finish, this is less than a minute. Hold on. File must be on the phone. Oh, fuck you. Damn it. I don't think it's going to show it. I was going to show you the video of me rolling the truck over.
Oh, right. Yeah, and you can also sometimes, too... I'll have to show you all the tricks we do to get videos up and on. Put on a sweater. Do you know how far my sweaters are away, Pam? I'm not in my house. This is not my house. This is just where my office is. So I'd have to go down to the camper. I'd have to leave. I'd have to walk down there. I'd have to go in my camper. I do have a jacket, but I don't want to sit here wearing a jacket. It's shitty. I shouldn't have to wear the jacket. I'm from Minnesota. I shouldn't have to wear the jacket. So I'm not wearing the jacket. And I'm just sitting here freezing, y'all. That's it. That's all there is to it. But I got the heater here. See, here's my heater. But I got it here and it's pointed at me. And so I'm staying pretty warm. Not gonna lie. But I got myself a small ceramic coil heater because I was like, I'm tired of using propane up here. It's not that safe either. I mean, there's enough air in here though. I wouldn't die.
And it's not letting me upload the damn video.
Well, we'll try to show you a way that we can share the video too, because there is also we also have capabilities, and we'll have to do a whole nother training on this, but we also have capabilities to use Zoom with the same broadcasting software.
What is that?
So Zoom would allow you to share more of those type of like videos easier and crap like that. So let's show you how to do that. So there's a lot of different ways that we do it. So we've got multiple ways. That way, if one platform tries to shut us down, we have another way to keep going. So
okay.
We're all about anti-censorship. So we will not be censored. We have private servers. We try to stay off the grid as far as that goes because we're not going to lose our free speech. The First Amendment's a really big deal to us around here. Actually, all amendments and all freedoms. Just saying. It's a thing. It's kind of what we do. We're trying to bring about a freedom revolution.
Yep.
So.
Fuck them.
Well, what it's about is we can't lose what freedoms we have. So it's not even about politics. It's not about anything. It's about freedom.
Right, exactly. And
Yep.
the thing is if more people would realize that, we would.
Oh, do you still have the Zoom number, Pam? Good for you. Yeah, that shit still works. So don't remember that, Pam. It still works. Aw, love you, boo. I got you, Pam. Pam comes on with us sometimes too.
Just that works. You know, and that's the thing.
Nice.
If any of the other hosts ever want to join, fucking feel free. Like when I'm on air, like fucking
just pop in.
Yeah.
People will too. Dwayne will. You just invited Dwayne. Dwayne will. He will be there. I know he will. Other hosts I know are more reserved, like Heather, who does the Liberty Librarian. She probably won't. She's very reserved and very shy, but she's a really nice lady and she's a librarian. And so that's why we have her, and she's all about freedom and liberty. And so we love her because she brings us educationally how, you know, we should have more better freedoms. And she always brings like a good news, positive spin. So I like that. And then we have me, we have Red, who does Journey into Freedom. Red's a Reiki master. She's also a homesteader. She lives off grid in Colorado, no electricity, no running water. She lives in a camper. You know, like that's how I ended up living in a camper. She's my best friend. We became friends actually doing this.
If she lives off grid, how is she doing this show?
Cell phone.
Huh?
Cell phone.
Oh, okay.
That's how she's done it all these years, is cell phone. We used to just have like a call-in number. We were like radio only when we first started. We weren't a media show. We were just a radio show. And then when Mel and I left the previous network that we were on together, that I had been station manager for 5 years, we decided to open last year Freedom Revolution Network. So then when we made the switch, we had to find something that everybody could use. So that's kind of what took a while to figure out, is what is one program that everybody could use, and how do we make that translate where everybody can call in and use it no matter what level of technology they have. Because like I said, we got people like Red who doesn't necessarily have a computer. You know, we've got people who have computers who maybe aren't as good as others or whatever it is. So we always like to try to make sure that no matter, because we try to, during the pandemic, we lowered our cost to $25 a month for hosts. And so with that, we were trying to hopefully make it a little bit more accessible to everybody. And then eventually hopefully if we get enough hosts, then we can even cut the price down further, because then if there's more people paying in, well, we'll get to the price we need to pay for everything sooner. So that's always a benefit why I tell people to sign up too and have their own show, because everybody who signs up, once we can pay the bills, we just split the cost and we pay less, because all we're trying to do is mainly pay the bills. We as Freedom Revolution Network are not trying to make money necessarily from our hosts. What we're trying to make money through either sponsorships, advertisers, people who want to donate, our listeners, but it's not as a gimmick for us. We just want to be able to pay for the hosting. We want to pay for our software to go back out. We want to pay to host the web hosting, and all that. So that's really all we try to do, is keep ourselves as a public access type.
Now, how do I, let's say I have somebody that lives in Alabama, for instance.
Right.
How would I get them to be able to join me on air?
So, okay, you see, and we're going to do a little training for a second. So see that bottom bar that has mute, stop cam, mic, invite. You're going to click invite. You can copy the link that shows up when it says invite guest to the broadcast studio. You'll copy that and send that to them, either in, you can send it straight to Messenger. You can send it to an email. You can have up to 10 people in here at once.
Because there's a guy that, dude, do you watch TikTok at all?
So, none of us are getting paid for this shit.
Do you watch TikTok at all?
I do watch TikTok a little bit.
You should look up this dude named Tainted Lyric.
Okay.
Oh my fucking God, he is hilarious. He's kind of in a bad spot right now. He just had a fucking tree fall on his house because of the hurricane. He's a Harvey. But dude's funny as fuck. I would love to get him on the show.
Yeah, reach out to people too. I've done a lot of great interviews with people throughout the years, even pretty famous people. All you gotta do is reach out to their people. Most people, even celebrities, have a contact me page where you can write their publicist and say, hey, I am Toe Gator from Freedom Revolution Network. I would like to interview your client or you or whoever it is. I've even picked people out of news stories from comments where the people involved with the news story, and find their name, find them online, and then message them, say, hey, would you like to be interviewed? And people are like, yeah. Or sometimes they're like, no, I don't. They freak out. So it just depends. But for the most part, I've gotten really good feedback with doing it that way. And other YouTubers that I like, it's kind of fun when you become a show host, because then you can just go to all the YouTube people that you like and be like, do you want to come on my show? And
so my other question, when is the peak time you've noticed you've gotten the most views?
Depends. Sometimes in the middle of the night we can have 100 people. Sometimes now we could have 5. It just depends. Honestly, it depends on what you title your video. It depends on what your description is. It depends on if it's a breaking news story or something that's actually happening right now. It just kind of depends on for the habits. For me, since I do news, a lot of times if it's something that's popular, that's happening, that other people are covering at the same time, we'll get a lot of views. During hurricanes, during all that, we get a lot of views because people are looking for those live videos, right? And they're looking for that commentary. They're looking for that interaction. So it just depends. There is a kind of an algorithm to that, though, and we'll kind of teach you how you should title and kind of catchphrase your title so that way it shows up higher in search results, or people will see it right away based on what they're searching for, so that you can hit those people that you don't want to see this. So we'll talk about those things.
Now, what about is there? Because I noticed you do a lot of your shows at night.
Yep.
Is there a area that it shows a schedule of when people are normally? Okay.
So on freedomrevolutionnetwork.com, there is a show schedule tab that I actually have open. How slick is that? Holy shit, it was actually open. Okay, we're going to share my screen so I can show you the show schedule.
Okay.
Here we'll have our information of when the shows are on. So as you see, here are the shows. So Monday, Down the Rabbit Hole with Elle, and you can click on these, and these will bring you to the shows.
Okay.
Liberty Librarian, Friday, Clarity After Dark. Oh, she put me at 10 o'clock? When did I say I was doing it at 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to Mel about that because I don't ever remember saying I was on at 8 o'clock. My show is at 9 Pacific Standard Time. Anyway, that's not the point. Point being is that this is where our show schedule is, and we have to fill in a couple more spots because I actually have 2 other shows that are starting. Plus yours. I have 3 to add on there, but yeah, so we'll look at these times, pick which day and time block. If there's not a show there, all the rest of the time is available.
Okay.
Best way that I can explain that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
Check that out because, like,
I seen that tropical storm out there. Is there one in the Atlantic? Hold on, Pam. Shut up. Don't tell me these lies. I gotta go to the National Hurricane Center. No, I've seen Ada. Yeah, I saw that one. That one's gonna hit the like Yucatan Peninsula, like dead on, like Nicaragua. I saw that. We follow and hurricanes here, so that's a big deal.
So, my schedule is so sporadic that it's unreal.
Yes.
You know, so I don't really have. Can I be that guy that just pops up randomly?
Maybe. Tim does that sometimes. So there might be a way that we can figure that out. Basically, what I'll tell you is that once I get everybody else scheduled in, wherever anybody isn't, you can be. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's just my schedule's so sporadic. I'd like to make it where, like, maybe one night a week I can try to sit down and do a show that's scheduled. You know, because I would like to do 2 or 3 shows a week.
Right.
And whatnot. And then, but like I said, my schedule's so sporadic. I'll probably be that guy that pops into somebody's show and says hi. You know, just
right.
You know,
yeah, just ask, especially if you're popping on someone else's show, just ask permission before you do, because
right.
That's always a good thing to do. Or show up and chat and say, hey, I want, can I join you? Most of the time, unless somebody has something very specific that they're covering, they don't have an issue with it.
Okay.
Tim always lets people to join him. And he pops on random. Dwayne and I usually pop on random, but we usually pop on random at the middle of the night. So that's how we roll. Like, we're like 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. We don't care. We're on air. So that's how we roll. So, I mean, it just depends. We've got many different options. We've got many different ways that we can do it. So we'll just make sure that, like I said, until we get everybody locked in, dialed in, we can go around everybody else for now.
Right.
Because, I mean, it's hard with you being on call to say 100% that you can. I mean, try to pick a time that you think you're going to try to stick to. And if it doesn't work, great. Because I'd like to be able to list it at a time that people can try to catch it.
Right. Well,
I'm trying to think of like a more quiet time for you usually, but then if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right?
Right.
I think that that's the best way to go about that. But since I've been on we've been on almost 2 hours at this point. And so I'm going to have to get ready to get out of here, get back down, and get ready for Dwayne and I to go on in a little bit. So I'll be back in a little bit. With Dwayne. Dwayne wanted to do a show here in a little bit. He's gonna wait for his internet.
Before I'm gonna call you after we hop off here.
Yes, you should totally can, and we'll chit chat.
Yeah. So
we'll talk about more things. Yeah, that would be cool. I wonder if he could get permission for that sometime to go live occasionally.
Who, me to do a ride along?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't need permission. I am the boss. So
that would be fun too sometimes, because I mean, you know what I mean? If you're going anyway, tell them.
My boss knows that I'm trying to incorporate this into
it's only good publicity for them too, because if anybody's in your area, which a lot of people are and were just due to Mel being in that area before Grand Junction, and so I think it's a good thing. And get to learn about a local business. So
exactly.
That's an awesome thing too during this time. We want to support our local businesses who are trying to survive out there. We want to make sure that everybody makes it through this time where businesses are literally dropping like flies. Like, yes, going is usually very secure, but still, you never know what could happen to somebody's. But you're right. You know what I mean? You never know what could happen to somebody's business. You think, oh, there's always cars that need to be towed. But you have to think about how many companies are actually out there. You have to think about how many drivers are actually on the road.
There's 20 different companies in Grand Junction alone.
See what I mean? They are all fighting for the same vehicles that are basically, on the road. So we got to think about that too. So the more that we can show people what this industry is like, the more we can show them what's important about it, what we should focus about it, and also just show insight into some of these people's lives. Like, they're not the assholes that you think they are. They're not just out to try and take your vehicle. They're there to help, and they do it because what they're doing is helping people. They're helping the single mom on the side of the road, or they're helping the elderly person.
It's like tonight.
It's going to be everybody and anybody.
I'll put this out there. It's like tonight. Me and my niece went down to the gas station to get cigarettes, and we had to get some stuff for dinner. And this guy walks up to me, and he says, "Hey, bud," I was in my tow truck. The guy walks up to me and says, "Hey, my car ran out of gas literally less than a quarter mile up the road. Can you help me out?" And I said, "Well, normally it's $75." I said, "Are you sure you're only a quarter mile up the road and you're just trying to get to this gas station?" He's like, "Yeah, dude. I walked up here from my car. It's not that far." And I just literally went and picked the dude up and towed his car down there. I didn't even charge him. I mean,
that's the cool thing that I've learned about, like I said, groups like Houston Area Off-Road Recovery and a few other groups, especially in the South. They do recoveries for free.
Yeah, I mean,
out of a mud pit in the back 9 of somewhere, and they'll get your ass out for free. And there's a bunch of good old boys who do it. And so people got to realize that there's also a beautiful giving community.
Oh, yeah.
Where people just honestly help people for the sake of helping people.
Well, yeah, and see, and people never see that because they don't want to see that, and that's the part that pisses me off.
Or never have been exposed to it, because until I had dispatched Hurricane Harvey, I had never seen groups like Houston Area Off-Road Recovery and other recovery groups that I've met in the southern areas who do it literally for free with their own trucks, with their own money, and they're not charging. And even if they're taking their own rig from work, they're still not going out charging when they go out in this capacity. And so it's a beautiful thing when you see people just willing and wanting to help.
Right, and that's what I try to show people, the compassion of what this really is, So, but all right, well, let's hop off here.
Absolutely.
Let's see how this works.
I think you've gotten all the pretty much like how to get your show on down. I'll have you when we do end the broadcast, because I want to see how you do that, because I know how to do that, but you don't. So we're gonna have you do that.
There's an end button.
Yes, the end button that you're going to want to use is up in the upper right, the big large one that's up by like all the platforms that we're using. That's the one you do to stop the broadcast, but we'll wait to sign off in a second because you want to say goodbye to all the listeners that are out there listening.
So
like I said, make sure you guys listen to us Tuesday night over on the Freak Child Experience, freakchildradio.com, I believe it was. Yeah, freakchildradio.com. Join us there for Freakstation 2020 with me and Tim and the Freak Child, and Satan might be there. You never know. Satan pops up occasionally. We might be able to see if Satan can be around in the building. We might be here for him. So just tune in, join us. It's going to be a carefree night. Oh, can I drink on your show, Mike? Can I drink on your show? Like, I drink on the network, but I don't know. I feel like we might need drinks for direction. I just think that might be a thing. I would like to have a drink. So, we'll talk about that too, Mike. But anyway, love you guys. Love you, Pam. I will see you later. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. We appreciate you all.
But,
I appreciate everybody popping in. I know it was just you know, a training deal, but I appreciate everybody popping in. And, you know, my biggest thing with all this is I'm hoping I can bring, a new light to um, slowing down and moving over and having respect for other people out there. And because, people don't realize tow operators um, have families to go home to just as much as everybody else does. So the biggest thing is tow lives matter just as much as
Absolutely.
everybody else.
See a tow
And,
truck in action, please
yeah,
move over.
you know,
Any emergency vehicle, you need to move over. Hell, anybody just disabled in another lane, move the hell over.
right,
Yeah.
flashing
no
lights ain't, my biggest thing is flashing lights aren't just there for something to look at. You know, people need to slow down, move over, and let other people,
Stay
you know,
alive.
stay alive at the end of the day, because, like I said, we all have families to go home to, and
With loved
so,
ones, we want to make it there. And so let's do our part. And if everybody does their part by paying attention to these lights and these vehicles and making sure that you're being extra cautious and aware, maybe that means that one more tow truck driver gets home, one more driver of a vehicle, one more family member or friend to someone else. And so we got to be mindful of that. And like I said, in the future, I know we had talked about, showcasing some of these fallen people as well.
yeah,
About their
and
lives and what they've been
I'm going to be putting together
this
some
is
material.
actually a group, a charity group. I don't know if we actually covered that during this time, but Tow Lives Matter is actually a charity group that also does fundraising, um, as well as helps families who are affected by towing and recovery related injuries and deaths. Helps their families have some sense of normalcy and just have some support out there in an industry that you don't necessarily have the best benefits. You don't necessarily have um, those coverages of a brick and mortar job, where this is a good organization just helping good blue collar folks.
Right, and that's something that we want to bring a light to and bring awareness to. Most of all is we all have families to go home to. Some, and some of us aren't in the most conventional ways. So that's our big thing.
Well, and when you break it to me, at first I was like, huh, how can we make this work? But I was like, you know what? I think we can make it work. Great storytelling through visuals, like tonight when you showed pictures of things or jobs that people find that interesting. Yeah, this type of shit. How you do that shit? Is that a pond? How you do that shit?
It's an irrigation ditch.
Right.
Guy was drunk
I mean,
and
shit. How do you do that?
the guy was drunk, didn't put his car in park.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
See?
I fuck.
So, if you guys want to see more of this,
I died fucking laughing when I seen that shit. When I pulled up on that scene, I fucking died.
yeah, there's just times where you lose your composure. Like obviously not in front of the client or whatever, but
Oh
is
no,
there times where you're like,
there's
how the fuck
been
did you
times
do this? Like, how did this happen?
there's been times I've lost it in front of a customer, not intentionally, but oh yeah, there's most definitely times that I have lost it in front of a customer and had
Right?
to walk away for a moment.
Like even just laughing, and I mean I hate
Oh
to
yeah.
laugh at their misery, but damn. Like how? Like I've just never been in a vehicle that's flipped over, so I just don't know how that happens. But
This was actually 2 winters ago. The pictures I'm showing you right now are 2 winters ago in Steamboat Springs area.
okay, that was a pretty brutal winter in Colorado.
Oh, it was
It was like
fucking gnarly.
it was like every other week there was and especially like down by like Durango and that area, they were getting goddamn 48 inches like every week.
Oh yeah.
It was wild.
Oh, believe me,
We also cover extreme weather here on the network too. It's kind of one of our things.
Oh, believe me, I'm well aware of.
Yeah, extreme weather, grand solar minimum, that's kind of my jam as well. We cover a lot of different things here on the network. So you'll kind of get to know all what we do. And we try to, one day, we hope to become a replacement for the mainstream, right? Because we know they're just kind of crap at this point.
Yeah,
We need something better. We need the people reporting real stories, real investigative journalism, not this, I get paid to do this shit,
yeah,
It's way more authentic that way.
right.
I don't think people think about that, but it just is completely way more authentic when you don't have people buying you out. You don't have people paying your paychecks or saying you can't say this or that or show this or that because of XYZ.
Right, exactly.
Oh, those things are becoming way popular now again, those little VW buses.
Oh, I
People
know.
and like redoing them. Do you end up towing a lot of those? Are they broken down?
No, I wouldn't say a lot of them. I
Right.
wouldn't say a
But
lot of
because I
them.
know that they are becoming more popular again.
Oh yeah, most definitely. They are.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go down, get something to eat, get a snack. Right? Guy was drunk seems to be an oncoming theme, right? Why is it always the drunk guy who fucks up their
like
car?
that one.
Look at this. I'll have to show you a picture that a friend of mine was in an accident and none of his airbags deployed and his driver died, but he survived. And he is a fucking miracle to be alive. If you saw that vehicle, you'd be like, how the fuck did anybody walk away from that car?
Oh, once I delve into my photo library from the years of doing towing, some of the pictures I'm going to show you are just fucking horrendous.
Wow. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it because I always liked, car crashes and, all that type of stuff. It's just interesting. It's something, these are really heavy machines when you think about them, compared to what the hell we had with like horse and buggy or fucking wagon. You know what I mean? Like, this is some real shit.
They're rolling death traps. I mean, people don't realize that. They are fucking rolling death traps.
Well, and that's another reason why I don't drive, because I also respect the machinery too. Not that I like completely fear it, but I also respect that it can cause serious damage, right?
Oh yeah.
You got to be mature. You got to understand what you're doing, and some of these vehicles, weigh a lot, and
I'm trying to find one
accidents too, because I've been seeing a lot of people like crash, especially like RVs lately too, like towable ones, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to tow shit. Just random things, people not securing tow loads properly.
Oh God. Do you know how many tows I've done for that reason right there? Oh, hold on. Here's one for you.
Right.
I'm trying to find one picture. It was really fucking cool, actually, but.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You run up under a fucking truck.
Did it like roll a couple times or just like doosh, doosh?
I think that one actually ended up underneath of a truck.
Oh, right.
Underneath a semi-trailer, I think it was actually.
Oh, I could see that, and it like peeled it back like a tin can. Yeah, and I'm sure you probably see how cheaply made a lot of these vehicles are too. That would be scary too. Maybe something that would come out of that too is we could talk about like especially like car safety and like regulations for that purposes. Like I'm sure you see how cheaply and like Matchbox, Tinderbox type cars really are. You know what I mean? Honestly.
There's certain cars to this day I will not buy.
Right, because actually, they probably
just like that car there. I just looked at the other pictures I have of that car. That was Car versus Elk.
What kind of vehicle is it?
That is a hold on, dude. Let me go back to the other pictures. That is a stupid Roo. I mean a Subaru. Yep. That's a stupid Roo, and they're from Minnesota.
Right. That's funny. I was gonna say a lot of like soccer moms and shit drive those here, so I can see why they probably crash their shit.
Yep,
They're actually quite popular. We have a lot of Subaru dealers here. They're actually quite popular.
Subaru actually made a car specifically for Colorado.
Oh wow!
But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good car.
Hello? I think we lost him. Oh, nope. Very pixelated. Yes, I do see train versus car. You don't want to see train versus car. Train versus car never ends well. If you have a weak stomach, you never want to see train versus car. Right? I have a 99 F250 mic, and that thing is fucking bulletproof. Has a 7.3.
We're in Arizona. Where are you, Mike? Mike's in Colorado too.
Yeah, I'm in Grand Junction, bud. And like I said, I got a 99 F250 Super Duty with 7.3, and I absolutely love that car. Or truck. Well, I don't know why the fuck I said car. But
that's how we know it's time to get off.
Right. So on that note.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours. So, you guys have a good night. Slow down, move over, pay attention to the side of the road, let other people get home to their families, and for the love of God, a cab is cheaper than a DUI any day of the week. Or call your local tow truck company. They'll pick up the car, put it on the bed, and give you a ride home. And that's still cheaper than DUI. So,
absolutely. And I will say my normal sign off from the land of 10,000 lakes. Good night, universe.
And have a good night.
Then upper right hand corner, hit end broadcast.